action. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes the head of the jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. Cortez smacked
To the left. That is gone.
for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Counted. And a win.
And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa.
Alrighty, welcome back to some volleyball action on Real Sports Live. Tuesday night volleyball coming your way in a 32-5-8 matchup here as we have the Brownsville Boulder Cowgirls taking on the Brownsville Pace Lady Vikings. This game on Real Sports Live via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Roku TV. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz manning the camera. Brownsville Boulder Cowgirls come to this one 5-12 overall in the season, 2-6 in district play, while the Pace Lady Vikings coming to this one 10-7. Overall, 8-2 in district play here. We have to welcome you once again to the broadcast here on Tuesday Night Volleyball. Coming to you on a somewhat beautiful Tuesday night. We've had a break from we're getting a slight break from the cool, beautiful weather that came into the area here. Now 81 degrees outside, but it doesn't matter when you're inside an air-conditioned place here at Gladys Porter High. The pregame festivities about to take over. I'll let the PA announcer do its job. Be back after this.
Good evening. Welcome to an exciting Western Night volleyball game between the Pace Lady Vikings and your very own Porter Cowgirls. Please stand and remove all caps for the national anthem.
That was a national anthem here. So once again, Brownsville Porter comes to this matchup 5-12 overall in the season, 2-6 in district play. While Brownsville Pace here, on the other hand, coming in 10-7 overall, 8-2 in district play. As they've had themselves a heck of a season here. Now let's get to the 32-5A standings here. Brownsville veterans here sitting atop in first place, 11-0 overall here. Overall with an 18-7 record, 11-0 in district play. The Lady Chargers remaining to stay perfect. Brownsville Pace on their tail though with a 10-7 overall record, 8-2 in district play. As we'll get to the introductions here, the starting lineup for the Pace Vikings. As those were the starting lineups here now for the Lady Vikings and the Cowgirls. Last time these two teams faced off was September 25th, where Porter walked away with a sweep 3-0. As we're just seconds away from starting this matchup here on Real Sports Live between the Cowgirls and the Lady Vikings. I'd like to welcome you now once again to the broadcast. Liberos for other side here. The libero now for the Lady Cowgirls will be Liberty Garza. The libero for the Lady Vikings will be Brianna Navades. So a lot of noise here. These two crosstown rivals excited here. Pace looking to try to get some payback after suffering that September 25th loss in a sweep fashion at home. Now that was a Saturday morning. Now here on a Tuesday night. Brownsville Porter here is not wearing their traditional blue and white. Going to be wearing the pink and blue here. Pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as we now know it is October. Multiple players here wearing pink ribbons in their hair. Brownsville Pace comes to this one wearing their dark gray with green and white trim. The libero here for Porter wearing the blue and pink opposite. And the libero for Pace is going to be Brianna Navades. She'll be wearing the white with green trim. And once again, the libero for Porter, Liberty Garza, So just moments away here. Nevada is set to serve. Enjoy some Tuesday Night Volleyball here on Real Sports Live. Just awaiting some final instructions here by the official at the scorer's table. Trying to get him to line up. Good crowd on hand here from both schools representing them here. Somewhat of a rivalry game here. It's always a rivalry game when Brownsville teams face off. I was at the Battle of the Southmost for football on Friday night. That was such an amazing atmosphere. Porter actually won that one 27-24. Now here coming into volleyball. Once again getting ready to serve here for Pace will be Brianna Nevades. As the officials getting some last second instructions before we kick things off on a beautiful Tuesday night from Gladys Porter High School. Whistle starts and we're underway. Nevada's set to do the honors here. It's going to be the Cowgirls and the Lady Vikings. We're underway. Good serve. That one's going to be dug up in the back of the court. They're on the setup here. Espedes. She sets up for Franco. Lozano Lamelli sets up here now to Andy Lozano Lamelli. That one back in play. Franco going for a kill shot, deflecting off. Lozano Lamelli kept in play by Nevada's. Lobbed over here by Torres. On the setup here now was Pettis, but miscommunication. That winds up in the net, and Pace strikes first. So Brownsville Pace draws first blood here. They get the first one off a deflection and a defensive miscue as Nevada's get set to serve once again. That one gets across, underway on the dig there was Gonzalez. Pettis on the setup here now. For Roman. Lozano Millie trying to keep that one in play. Garza on the shoot over. That one dug up by Dylan. Lozano Millie sets up for Andy. Lozano Lamelli, good dig there in the backcourt. As Porter already starting to catch Pace's number. Lozano Lamelli sets up this time for Andy Lozano Lamelli. And Andy Lozano Lamelli gets it across off the dig. As early on in the first set, Porter jumps up here now to a 2-0 run. Pace, excuse me. Serve by Nevada's gets across. On the shoot over here. Shot back over. Now going to go for the kill shot here. Going to be dug up there. Garza on the dig, but that one gets deflected outwards by Garza, and that results in a 3-0 lead early on by Pace in the first set. So you look at Brownsville Pace here, looking to catch up to the heels and undefeated veterans, more Lady Chargers. Serve gets across there by Nevada's on the setup. Espedes. She's going to try to touch that one over. They're going to give that point here now as it's going to be a carry rule to carry on Pettis. And early on, Pace takes a 4-0 lead. Nevada's here already on a 4-0 run. As server here now for the Lady Vikings. She gets it across, back to action. Good dig there. Pettis here on the setup for Franco to get that one across. She's denied at the net by the Lozano Lamelli sisters. Franco to give it another crack. That one deflects off Gonzalez. And Porter gets the first points. But firstly, what a block here by Andy and Dylan Lozano Lamelli. They both get the denial. Then Franco gives it another crack off the rebound and finds its way through. Now serving Andrea Perez. She's going to get that one across. We're back underway. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Andy Lozano Lamelli on the setup. The sister connection right there. As already the Pace Vikings here quickly on to turnaround after giving up a point. As that brings up Dylan Lozano Lamelli to serve. Good dig by Garza. Pettis on the setup here for Franco to get a soft touch over. Kept in play there. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here. That one was shot over this time by Tijerina. Pettis here on the setup now, this time to Gonzalez. Nevada shoots that one over. That one kept in play. Pettis here was looking for a setup, but that one finds its way a bit low, and Pace quickly jumps back to a 4-point lead. Lozano Lamelli to get the serve across. We're back underway. Good dig there. Pettis on the setup for Franco. Gets that one across. Good dig by Nevada's. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here. As that one was shot over by Torres. Lobbed back over now. Lozano Lamelli on the setup to Andy Lozano Lamelli. Kept in play there that time by Rodriguez. Finally going to be lobbed over by Pettis. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres, who gets the kill shot. Great dig in the backcourt, Bar Garza. Lozano Lamelli On the setup now for Tijerina. Dig there, won't fall through. And Pace already making it a 6-point lead. And Porter's going to say enough is enough. They're going to call a timeout. We're early on. Brownsville Pace coming out to a hot start, 7-1. Be back after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rod Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We are Los Fresno Lady Falcons, and this is Real Sports Live.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí.
Back to Real Sports Live here where Porter calls a timeout after Pace takes an early 7-1 lead. Back underway, Garza on the dig. Bettis there on the setup here for Franco. Get that one across. It deflects off Lozano Lamelli. And Porter cuts a break here and cuts it down to a 5-point lead. As early on, hot out of the gates here, Brownsville Pace looks determined to take the win. As quickly jumping down, only allowed 1 point in the last 3 minutes, including the one we just saw. That one gets across here, Lozano Lamelli on the setup to shoot that one over. Gonzalez on the setup for Franco. Navarez on the dig. Lozano Lamelli setting up for Torres. That one deflected off and kept in play by Bettis. What a heck of a dig. That one back to action. Lozano Lamelli. Bettis on the dig once again. Bettis to go for the kill shot this time. That one kept in play by Andy Lozano Lamelli, but winds up out of bounds, and Porter now cuts the lead down to 4. As now on to serve, Gianna Aviles. Now serving for the Cowgirls. That one gets across. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Tijerina. Good dig there by Bettis and kept in play, but winds up in the net. And already multiple great digs here now. As Bettis getting multiple digs here. Now on to serve for Pace. We're going to have Feli Figueroa. That one gets across. Soft touch by Bettis. Now finds its way through. She's denied at the net. And Pace early on here continuing to assert the dominance. 6-point lead, 9-3 here in set number 1. Serve, Figueroa gets a serve across here on the dig. Was Aviles, but can't get control of that one as that one already makes it a 7-point game once again. Figueroa to get the serve across, back to action. Aviles, they're on the dig. Bettis here now on the setup for Franco. That one deflects off Gonzalez, and it finds its way out of bounds for a point for the Cowgirls. They cut the lead back down to 6. Next is Valle, the head coach here for the Porter Cowgirls. Trying to find the answer. It was Lozano Lamelli. Now on the setup here off the kill shot there. Kept in play, 2 great digs. To shoot that one back over now here. That one just gets across as Rodriguez gets across. Lozano Lamelli. Now on the setup for Gonzalez. Trying to lob that one over. Great dig by Lozano Lamelli. Navarez coming in. Andy Lozano Lamelli to shoot it back over. Avila's there. On the setup here, Rodriguez tries to go for the kill shot. Navarez with a dig. Lozano Lamelli now on the setup for Gonzalez. Another great dig by Rodriguez as she gets set up from the kill shot. Gonzalez to keep that one in play. Finally shot over by Figueroa. Lozano Lamelli to lob it across. Franco to Bettis, who sets up off the soft touch by Gonzalez, but a shift there on the Porter side results in a point for Pace. Now a 7-point lead once again, the largest lead we've seen maintained so far by Pace over Porter. As Porter continues to assert pace, continues to assert the offensive dominance on the road as Bettis on the setup here now for Gonzalez, and it gets across for a point off a deflection. As both the fan base is coming out in full force. As a Let's Go Cowgirls chance, that one finds its way across and off a deflection. That one deflects off Figueroa and it falls for a point per quarter as they now cut the lead down to 5. But we've seen the largest lead being maintained at 5 so far. Look to continue that one. We haven't seen it go over. On the setup there by Bettis. Garza sets up for Bettis once again, but she's denied by Gonzalez. And pace already quickly to make it a 6-point ball game. Reminder, the largest lead has been 7. Very great crowd here on hand at Gladys Porter High School. As on the serve by Marisa Tijerina, we're back underway. Bettis on the setup for Garza, deflects off Navades, winds up in the net. Lozano Lamelli, nothing she can do there. And it quickly results here now to a 5-point game. Brianna Rodriguez here now to serve as Avila exits the game. Coming back in now is going to be Ashanti Roman. Some check-ins there for Porter as it's going to be shot across by Rodriguez. Navas with a good dig. Lozano Amelli on the setup here now was for Martinez. Going to shoot that one over to Roman. She just checked back into the game. Lozano Amelli on the setup for Bettis. Garza on the setup back to Bettis. Shot over by Gonzalez. That finds its way through. 1-2 punch there by Pace. And it finds its way through for a point. 6-point lead once again. Figueroa checks out of the game. Now checking back in here. We're going to have Natalisha Torres. She checks back into the ball game for Pace. Bettis on the setup here now for Garza. That one deflected out and kept in play by Rodriguez to be lobbed over finally by Bettis. Gonzalez. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres. That one finds its way through. Seven-point lead once again. So largest the lead has been here, held by Pace as Gonzalez gets the serve across. You're looking to go for the ace. Garza, they're on the setup now. To Roman, she's going to lob it back over. Lozano Lamelli to soft touch that one over. And it found its way through, was never down for a point. Garza with another great dig. Roman to lob it across, was looking for a kill shot, but just bumps it over. Deflects off here now as Luz Martinez gets the kill shot, and now an 8-point lead now. Some check-ins here. Rodriguez exits the game. Now coming back in here is going to be Brianna Vallejo. She steps in the game now for Porter as Gonzalez gets set to serve now. Garza going here to go for the kill shot, but Gonzalez gets the ace. And Pace is going to call another timeout here as now we have a 9-point lead in the first set. 16-7, the Vikings lead the Cowgirls. You're watching Tuesday Night Volleyball on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever.
Welcome back here to Real Sports Live as Porter just coming off their second timeout as Pace is taking a steady control of this first set, 16-7. Gonzalez, they get the serve across. We're back underway. Bettis on the setup now here for Garza. Garza to set up this time now for Bettis. Lozano Lamelli keeps it in play. Navades sets up for Torres. That one finds its way through as Garza tries to come in for the dig. As now this lead going into the double digits, 10-point lead by the Lady Vikings over the Cowgirls, 17-7. Your current score here in the first set as Gonzalez looks to get across. We're back to action. Garza to go for the kill shot there. Did it find its way through? No, just a bit outside. Porter here looks to try to close out this aggressive jump here held by Pace. From the get-go, the Lady Vikings have taken control here now, holding on to an 11-point game. 18-7 your current score here now as Gonzalez looks to get it across. Back to action, here we go. Garza off the serve by Bettis. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Torres. Garza keep that one in play. Nevada's looking to go for it. Then Torres goes across Lozano Lamelli, but a great dig by Garza. Gonna be shot over by Roman off a soft touch. It finds its way through. Lead back to 10. That sets up Liberty Garza. As she gets set to serve across, back to action. Here we go. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres. That one kept in play. Now coming around there is going to be Franco, who sets up for Roman off a kill shot. What a great play. Pace here starting to try to... This is where Pace gets around back to the defensive here. We see Porter get a few points. We've seen this trend so far. Porter gets a few points, and Pace quickly back on the attack here as Garza gets the serve across. Torres here to go for the kill shot and gets in. A prime example right there. Not taking nothing away from Porter, however, here as we have a check-in. As Martinez exits the game here. But what we've noticed so far here is the lead gets maintained at a long difference. Right now, a 10-point difference. But then Porter starts to make some noise, get a few points in, and there's this miscalculation there, finds its way for a point. Porter starts to get some few points in, and then quickly Pace goes back on the attack and adapts. And tries to make some. I lost my train of thought there for a second. They try to get the play across here to try to keep Porter at bay. Lozano Lamelli here was going for him. Franco and Lozano Lamelli both go up at the same time, and Andy Lozano Lamelli wins that exchange here now. We go to a 12-point game. Porter was already starting to get 3 points in. And Pace to adapt and now make adjustments as that one finds its way out of bounds here. Now to a 13-point lead. As Nevades gets set to serve across here now. Brianna Nevades, the libero for Pace. She gets it across. Garza, Bettis on the setup to Roman. That one just too much power, finds its way outside. Serve gets across, but finds its way out of bounds. That one just misses. That puts Porter in the double digits for the first time in this set. As Porter already trying to find an answer here to a very aggressive Pace Lady Viking team that has been hot from out of the start. Had no signs of slowing down, all gas and no brakes for the Lady Vikings so far as they continue to maintain control. As Torres keeps that one in play. Bettis on the setup here to Roman, going to shoot that one across on the great dig there. Lozano Lamelli here, she's denied by Franco. Dylan Lozano Lamelli looking to get the kill shot across, but Brianna Franco denies her at the net, and that gets the point for the Cowgirls. 12-point lead here. As Bettis to lob it back over there on the dig there. Lozano Lamelli to Andy Lozano Lamelli. Her kill shot winds up out of bounds, and Porter already cuts it down to an 11-point lead. So they look to get the kill shot across. Here we go, back to action. Dog up here, gonna be shot over now. Off a soft touch, that one kept in play by Roman. Deflects off Lozano Lamelli, and Porter gets the point, cutting down the lead back to 10. Now that's going to bring back up here Andrea Perez, who's taking control already here. Already 3-0 run for the Cowgirls. Going to get across. On the save there was Sanchez. Shot over by Lozano Lamelli. Perez On the setup here, going to be shot over by Franco. Good dig once again by Sanchez. Deflects off into the net. Torres trying to go for the save. It winds up in the net. 9-point game here. 4-0 run now for the Cowgirls. Bettis here continuing to will them across. As it's going to get across. Good dig there now by Tijerina. That one winds up on the net. Lozano Lamelli takes a spill. She gets back up. As we have a carry on the Pace side. And that's going to force Pace to call their first timeout, where Brownsville Porter already going on a 5-0 run. Still down now by 8. They managed to get the lead back within single digits here, but like I said earlier, we've noticed it before. Right when Porter starts to heat up, Pace already goes back on the adjustments, back on the attack, and quickly keep the lead at a 10 different digit. But now so far, it's been a change of pace here now, as Porter already going on a 5-0 run so far. Coach Valle there giving some instruction here, trying to will him through the first set. Pace just 2 away from winning set number 1, 23-15 here, but 8-point lead. But we've seen some crazier finishes in volleyball. Looks like we're having a recipe to see a crazy finish so far. If Porter can try to get this way across here, is Bettis, who's led the Cowgirls here now on a 5-0 run. Gets ready to serve across, and we're back to action. Here we go. Nevades, Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Andy Lozano Lamelli. She gets the kill shot there off the setup. And now game point here for the Lady Vikings. Gonna get across. Shot over now here by Garza, but winds up out of bounds, and that's gonna be the end of the first set, where Pace, off a dominating performance here, quickly comes hot out of the gates, and they win this one 25-15. Pace now leads Porter 1-0 in the match. Be back after this with set 2. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are La Vida, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Here is set number 2, just to begin momentarily here in about 37 seconds. Porter winning the first one 25-15, and we've seen the Pace, winning it 25-15. As we've noticed the back and forth trend here. The lead maintained, a long different lead here maintained by Pace. Quickly then Porter starts to go on the attack and put up a few points. Pace already begins to adjust off some slight miscues and quickly resume to take control. Hopefully they look to maintain that one, but Porter here was starting to heat things up towards the end of the first set. As they go down a set here, 1-0. Porter now leads, Pace now leads Porter, excuse me, as we're back to action off the good dig by Nevades. Gonna be shot over here, she's denied. And Porter strikes first as Andy Lozano Melli tries to go for the kill shot. Brianna Franco on the now. Brianna Franco, a key player here for this Porter Cowgirl team. That serve is gonna get across, back to action, here we go. Trying to go back their way, it's gonna find its way through. 2-0 lead here now for Porter early on. As Perez continues to serve across here now. Shout out to Michael Beltran here tuning in, cheering on the Pace Lady Vikings. We thank you for tuning into the broadcast. Shot over here, Franco on another good deny here now. Perez on the setup now for Franco to get that one across off the deflection by Torres. It falls for a point, and quickly now the Porter Cowgirls already on the offensive early on in the ball game. Perez gets ready to serve across once again. Here we go. We're back to action. Torres on the good dig there by Perez. Shot back over finally here now. On the kill shot. Good dig there by Garza. Perez now on the setup for Roman. That one just too much power in that one. That gives Pace their first points in the second set. As it sets up Dylan Lozano Lamelli to get the serve across. We're back to action there. Garza on the setup here to Perez to Franco. Gets to the cross. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Torres. That one just a bit outside. That one outside probably by a hair. As quickly now that brings in Gianna Aviles here who gets ready to serve across as Roman exits the game. Aviles gets it across. We're back underway. Good dig by Nevada's. Lozano Lamelli setting up now on the kill shot. There was Tijerina, but that one kept in play. That's going to be shot over finally now here by Rodriguez. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres who gets a soft touch over. That one deflects. As Perez gets the dig on that one, but still winds up for a point, and they cut the lead down to 2. 4-2. The Cowgirls lead the Lady Vikings. As Torres exits the game, now coming back in is going to be Feli Figueroa. As this Porter squad here continues to maintain the offensive, but Pace already making some slight adjustments in her back tax as they cut the lead down to 2. Soft touch over by Perez. Lozano Lamelli to Nevades, who sets up here for Gonzalez. That one kept in play there by Perez. Gonzalez here on the setup now to Perez. Gonzalez once again to shoot this one over. And Ashley Gonzalez gets the kill. Lead cut down to 1. A good matchup we've seen so far here. Serve gets across by Figueroa, back to action. Perez here now looking to set up for Rodriguez. She gets it across. Lozano Lamelli here on the setup for Andy Lozano Lamelli. Good dig there by Rodriguez. She shoots it over quickly back on her feet. Lozano Lamelli sets up now for Andy Lozano Lamelli. Kept in play by Franco. Rodriguez is shooting the crossover. Nevades comes in there and keeps it in play. Gonzalez here off the deflection. Kept in play by Aviles. Shot over now by Garza. Nevades on the setup for Lozano Lamelli here. Sets up now for Andy Lozano Lamelli. Tie ball game here in set number 2. Another prime example of what we've seen Pace do all night so far. Porter starts to heat up. Pace makes some slight adjustments, and now they forced a brand new ball game here. 4 apiece here in set number 2. Serve gets across by Figueroa, but it winds up out of bounds towards the Porter bench. Porter regains the lead. That brings up Brianna Franco, a key player here for this Porter Cowgirl team. As Ebony Garza checks in now as Liberty Garza exits the game. Franco shoots it over. Nevades on the setup for Lozano Lamelli, who sets up for Gonzalez. Kept in play by Franco. Great reaction time by her. Lobbed over finally by Garza. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Gonzalez. Franco to keep that one in play. Bettis comes in to back her up. Franco to shoot it back over. Did it find its way through? Just misses. I don't know. Look, it looked a little too close to call here. We got that one on replay. Try to get it for you on replay. They're close to call here now. That's going to be shot over finally now. Lozano Melli keeps out on a play, but miscommunication there, and Porter regains the lead. Now the Porter student section making some noise here, rallying behind the Cowgirls on the court. They said earlier it was Western Day. A lot of these students here showing up in boots and jeans as that one finds its way across for a point. Now a 2-point lead once again now for Porter. Serve gets across here. Good serve there now by Gonzalez. Back to action here. That one deflects out, but 3 touches there as 3 great shots, and that results for a point for Pace. Lead gets cut down to 1 as now we're going to have Marisa Tijerina here getting ready to shoot this one across. It's going to get across, back to action here. Miscommunication there. Tie ball game once again. As this trend we've seen so far, Porter heats up, Pace makes some slight adjustments, and they take the lead. And they tie it up or take the lead, and then quickly once again here, Porter turns it around as you just saw. Garza gets the kill shot off the deflection out of bounds by Nevada's here. Check-ins. Roman now checking in here for Aviles. And that brings in Vidiana Rodriguez here, who gets set to serve across for the Cowgirls. It's going to wind across, back to action here. Ace won't fall through as that one just sneaks out of bounds. Brand new ball game once again. Torres here now comes in. Exiting the game is going to be Figueroa. That one on the Pace side. As now we have Ashley Gonzalez here set to serve across now for the Lady Vikings. Good serve gets across there. Gonzalez to Bettis. Sets up here now for Garza. She's denied by Torres. Bettis to give it another crack here. Winds up as Pace takes the lead once again here for the second time in the ball game so far in the second set. As now we're going to have here Gonzalez, who gets ready to serve once again now here for the Pace Lady Vikings. That one gets across here on a good dig. Bettis coming way out of there, and that's going to be shot over by Roman. Torres here to Lozano Amelli. Sets up for Torres once again. That one kept in play here. And Pace already now starting to heat things up. Now on a 2-point lead here. Gonzalez getting ready to serve this one across. Garza. Bettis coming in. On the kill shot to shoot that one over is going to be Gonzalez. Lozano Amelli with the setup for Torres. Kept in play by Garza. Bettis here going to be denied. Bettis tries to go up. She's denied by Luz Martinez. 3-point lead for the Lady Vikings as Ashley Gonzalez gets set to serve once again. Gonna wind up, kept in play here now, coming in, and she's gonna be denied once again by Martinez. As another timeout called here, this time by Porter once again. We saw Porter take control early on in the second set, and then that continuous trend we've seen where Porter starts to heat things up. Pace makes some slight adjustments. It turns it around. They made plenty of adjustments here as we've had Luz Martinez, the Lozano Lamelli sisters, Andy and Dylan, and Natalisha Torres all paving the way here to try to retake the lead in the second set. We can't forget Ashley Gonzalez, who's been serving these past few rounds now and has taken a heck of a job. 4 points here now, 12-8. We're going to keep it here for this timeout. We'd like to welcome you back into the broadcast area. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz manning the visual feed. Brownsville Pace winning the first set 25-15 as it is. As we have a student section coming in there here. As that's going to set up here as we're back to action as the student section making a lot of noise. We also have a Pace student section coming in. As now getting set to serve things across here. We're going to have Ashley Gonzalez. She gets ready to serve again. That one winds across. Here we go. Garza coming way out of the comfort zone here. Going to be lobbed over finally now by Gonzalez. Lozano O'Malley coming in on the setup here now for Martinez, but the kill shot winds up in the net. Porter makes it now a 3-point game. So now brings in Liberty Garza, who gets the serve across. Lozano O'Malley on the setup here for Torres, and she gets the kill shot. As Porter here trying to find an answer to this pace offense that's quickly taking control once again. As Andy Lozano O'Malley here now checking in for Luz Martinez. As that brings in Brianna Navarez, the libero here. Pace wearing gray with green and white trim. The libero wearing white, green, and black trim. Shot up here now. Falls for a point off a slight defection by Perez. And now it makes it a 5-point game once again here, as now we have Brianna Navarez set to serve once again. Winds up in the net here, and Porter cuts the lead down back to 4. As now we have Perez coming back in again. Last time Perez was serving, they went on an 8-0 run, which started in the first set here, and they began in the second set. Lozano O'Malley on the setup here for Andy. Lozano O'Malley going to be shot over finally now by Gonzalez. Lozano O'Malley on the setup for Torres. That one deflects off Franco. And Pace makes it a 5-point game once again. Serve gets across here. Franco sets up for Roman, who goes back now. Torres to shoot that one over. Great dig there by Roman. Perez here finally shoots that one to be shot over by Garza. As Lozano O'Malley here tried to keep that one and played it wound up in the net. And they give that point now here to Porter. That brings in Gianna Aviles here, who gets set to serve now. That one winds up across, back to action. Here we go. On the kill shot here going is Andy Lozano O'Malley. 7-point lead once again. As this team continuing to maintain control so far, as now we have Feli Figueroa gets set to serve once again now here for the Pace Lady Vikings, as Pace already starting to maintain the same tempo they were maintaining in the first set here, as Franco goes for a kill shot. That one deflects off Navarez. Lozano O'Malley couldn't get the save across, and Porter cuts the lead back down to 4. Rihanna Franco set to serve across. As that winds up across, just out of bounds here. 5-point lead once again. Nevada checks out, Martinez checks back in. Garza checks in now for Porter, exiting now for Porter is going to be Brianna Franco, as we're back to action here, as Lozano O'Malley gets the serve across. That one dug up. Garza going for a kill shot. Did it fall through? Yes, it did. Lozano O'Malley checks out, and Nevada's quickly checks back in now here. An example of some slight adjustments made by Pace. Serve here by Gonzalez, gets across Nevada's. Lozano O'Malley coming in off the soft touch here by Tijerina. Garza on the setup for Perez to shoot that one across. Deflects off Tijerina, count it. 3-point lead now. As Porter here already starting to heat things up. A reminder, they need to try to watch out for this Pace offense that's soon to erupt here. We've seen that trend. Porter picks it up a bit. Pace quickly goes back on the attack. Shot over finally here now by Gonzalez. Lozano O'Malley to Gonzalez once again to be shot over here. Aviles coming in. Soft touch here, kept in play. Great dig by Perez. Miscues there by Pace, resulting in a 2-point lead now here. As Pace gives one up and Porter continue back on the attack. 3-0 run now here for the Cowgirls with Gonzalez on the serves. One guy Gonzalez get the serve across here. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Gonzalez. Did it find its way through? Yes, it did. That one just inside. As Ashley Gonzalez gets the kill shot there. As now we have Maritza Tijerina who gets set to serve across now for the Pace Lady Vikings. Serve winds across. Here we go. Garza on the chase, way out of territory. Going to be launched finally over by Pettis. Zana Lamelli to Gonzalez. Garza's deflection winds up in the net. 4-point lead now. Porter's gonna call a timeout here as Pace quickly on the attack once again. Now maintain a 4-point lead, 19-15 and set number 2. Be back after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Trabajamos juntos, crecemos juntos, triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really do.
Welcome back to action here now as the serve gets across. That's Tijerina. Coming back out of play here to shoot that one back over. Soft touch by Gonzalez, count it. As Pace continuing to maintain control here now as Marisa Tijerina gets set to serve once again. Garza to shoot it back over. Nevada's there trying to go for the save. Winds up out of bounds. As back to action here now, we're going to have Brianna Rodriguez set the serve across. We just got note that Harlingen ties the series up here and taking on Los Fresnos in that blockbuster 32-6A matchup. As that sets up here now for Brianna Rodriguez, get the serve across. That's a key matchup in 32-6A Harlingen and Los Fresnos, the heavyweights in that one. Going for the kill shot. That one deflecting off there off Martinez as Garza tried to get across. Lozano Amelie to shoot it back over. Garza to Perez, who gets a long shot back over. Kept in play by Torres in the back of the court. Lozano Amelie for the set for Gonzalez. Saw a touch by Perez. That one to be kept in play. Shooting that one back over here is going to be Roman. Lozano Amelie on the setup for Gonzalez. Just out of bounds. Lead gets cut down to 3. Serve winds up here, going to be kept in play. Lobbed over Martinez. On the setup here now. As Ornelas also checked back into the game a few moments ago. Gonzalez to shoot that one across as he does. And the Pace fan base making a lot of noise here. They came out in full numbers to rally behind their Lady Vikings in a key matchup in this one. Gonzalez here getting set to serve across. Back underway, here we go. Shoot that one over here. As Roman tried to go for the kill shot, that one winds up out of bounds. Four-point game now, 22-18. Gonzalez's serve gets across. Garza there with the dig. Bettis here now on the setup for Garza, but her kill shot winds up in the net. 5-point lead now. Vikings here within 2 of capturing set number 2. Serve gets across. Garza there on the dig. Perez to shoot it back over. Lozano Amelli on the setup here for Torres. Great dig there now by Ornelas. Lozano Amelli on the setup for Torres. Another good dig there by Ornelas. Perez here now setting up for Roman. Torres there as Lozano Amelli tries to get it across here. And Dylan Lozano Amelli shoots it across here now. 6-point lead, game point for Pace. Serve gets across. Kill shot here winds up just inside. 5-point game once again here as Garza checks out and checking back in. It's going to be Brianna Franco. As Liberty Garza continues to serve now here for Porter. And Pace is going to call a timeout here in the second set. 24-19 your current score. Pace leads Porter. Be back after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond.
Back to Real Sports Live here, 24-19 game point for Pace. As Porter quickly gets a point, cuts the lead back down to 5. I'd like to welcome you back to the broadcast. Ruben Rodriguez here on Real Sports Live. Bert Ruiz manning the camera feed, always does a heck of a job. Back to action, here we go now. Garza serve gets across. Gonzalez there to Lozano Amelli, who sets up now here for Torres. Good dig there now by Ornelas, stopped over by Perez. Kill shot here by Torres, kept in play by Gonzalez, shot back over. Torres to go for the kill shot. Garza keeps it in play. Two soft touches. We saw two touches there. Gonzalez comes in here, shot over by Franco, they get it. 4-point game. Serve gets across, here we go. Lozano Amelli on the center for Torres, denied by Franco. Now a 3-point game. Garza back to serve again. Good dig here by Gonzalez. Perez on the center for Franco. Yes! Finds its way through. Porter with the renewed vigor here already cuts the lead down to 4, maintaining the stay alive. Garza to get the serve across, back to action. Nevades to Lozano Amelli, who sets up for Torres. Game point. Pace survives Porter, 25-22. And Porter with the renewed vigor turns it around. Well, Brownsville Pace here maintains the control as Lozano Amelli's sisters, Andy and Dylan, continue to maintain control. Nevada is also a key factor. And let's not forget these two powerhouses, Ashley Gonzalez and Natalisha Torres here. It's getting it done now on the other side for Porter. We have Brianna Franco, Brianna Rodriguez, Monica Gonzalez, Ebony Garza, and Andrea Perez here. Set number 2 goes to Pace, 25-22. Be back after this. Set 3 on the way. Porter looks, Pace looks at the put it away. Porter looks to keep it going. You're watching Tuesday Night Volleyball on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Set number 3 here as Brownsville Pace captures it 25-22. But Porter here continuing to show a renewed vigor. As here now in set 3, I'd like to welcome you back here to Real Sports Live. Shout out now to Brianna Lozano here tuned in from McAllen, cheering on the Pace Vikings. We thank you for tuning in to the broadcast. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz giving you the visual feed. Back to action. Here we go. Esped on the setup for Franco to go for the kill shot. Gets it. Porter strikes first, and shades of set number 2. Porter takes control early on, but then Pace, with their adjustments there and recapitalization, turned it around and managed to survive a very pesky Porter team, 22-25 here in the second set. As Pace here looks to put it away in the third set to go for the sweep. They suffered a sweep against Porter last time these two teams faced off. Kill shot finds its way through as that's Andy Lozano Lamelli who finds it through the back right corner. Kill shot's gonna get back across. Brianna Franco gets the kill shot. 2-1 ball game. And we gotta maintain the tempo here now that Porter is a great volleyball team, cannot take nothing away from them, but if they could just continue to maintain the tempo they show towards the end of the, or towards when they start off here. They started off hot in the second set and in the third, and already in the third set here, they can maintain that tempo. They'll regain back in play as a miscommunication and by Pace results in a point here now. So Porter, a great team. They just need to maintain the tempo and try to turn this one around because you cannot, once you get a good lead, you cannot get comfortable with it, especially with going against a team like Pace. You got key powerhouse players. That kill shot finds its way through for a point. As you got powerhouse players there like the Lozano Lamelli sisters, Zanity and Dylan, Ashley Gonzalez, Natalisha Torres here, and Brianna Nevadas. Can't fall asleep if you have a good lead like that on a team like them. Back to action we go as Aviles gets it across. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here now for Andy Lozano Lamelli. Good setup there now. Going for the kill shot here is going to be Rodriguez. That one kept in play. Nevadas coming in here now on the setup for Tijerina. Did it find its way through? Yes, it did. 4-2 here now. It started off the same way in the second set. Shades of set number 2 already. Early on, took a 4-1 lead, now a 4-2 lead, then it became a 4-3 lead and a 4-4 ball game, and back and forth it's set up here towards the middle of set number 2. As that one's gonna get across, back to action, here we go, great dig there now. Bettis on the setup for Franco, great dig there in the backcourt by Figueroa. Gonzalez gets the kill shot. And just like the second set, Pace turns it back around, makes it a 4-3 ball game. That brings in now Feli Figueroa, who gets set to serve across now for the Lady Vikings, as she gets the instruction by the official. And we're back underway here now. As good dig there. Finds its way for a point, however, in a brand new ball game once again. Quick shout out to Bert Ruiz, giving you the best speed here. One of the best in the business here at Real Sports Live. Always fun to work with you, buddy. As that point follows its way through, and there we go again. Pace makes it a 4-4 game. Porter turns it around, and we're going to have a back and forth battle. Somewhat of the recurring trend we've seen in these past two sets, including set number 2, and now we're seeing it in the third set here. As Franco here gets set to serve across. Here we go, back to action. Gonzalez to Lozano Lamelli. Sets up for Gonzalez here. That one deflects off Bettis, and Pace ties it back up again. As a check in here now, as Lozano Lamelli checks out, checks back in now. It's going to be Leslie Davila. Back to action, here we go. Coming in there is Pettis here. Garza shoots it back over. On the kill shot here, she's going to be denied. That falls its way for a point. Rodriguez gets the hands across, and that gets a good block here now. And here we go once again. Porter maintaining the lead. It's a back and forth matchup we've seen here now. And the second set was a great set for both teams, and we can see a common returning trend here. Gonzalez go for the kill shot here. Bet is now setting up for Garza. Finds his way through. As now that brings in Monica Gonzalez here, who gets set to serve across for the Cowgirls. Navarez to Torres. Off the setup here. 2 touches there, falls for a point. 3-point lead now for the Cowgirls. Gonzalez set to serve once again. As the chants go across here now in support of Monica Gonzalez, who just served here, getting across there. Lobbed over here now by Garza. Navades. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Gonzalez. Out of bounds, finds its way for a point here. 4-point lead now. The serve's going to get across. Here we go. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here now. To Tijerina. Perez here now goes to Aviles. Coming there and out of trouble there was Figueroa. And winds up out of bounds. Porter here now taking in a dominant 5-0 run here. 10-5. Check-ins here coming in now. Figueroa checks out. Checking back in is going to be Torres. Let's go Vikings. Charlie. Great dig there by Lozano Lamelli. Martinez shoot it over. Aviles comes in. Bettis on the setup for Garza. Good dig there by Torres. Lozano Lamelli for Gonzalez on the setup. Great dig there by Bettis. Lobs his way back over here. That was Aviles on the shoot over. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here now for Martinez. Bettis on the setup now here for Garza. Coming back in around Lozano Lamelli. A soft touch by Garza. Kept in play there by Torres. Lobbed over now by Navades. Garza to get down across the flex out. It's kept in play by Torres. Great shoot over here by Navades. Garza comes around. Navades with another great dig. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Gonzalez. Great dig there. Winds up out of bounds. Point for the Vikings. Very long exchange there. And Porter Pace here wins it up here. Now they cut the lead back down to 4. Both teams were refusing to show a sign of give up, of a sign of showing an ounce of quit. But Pace turns it around here off that one. Deflects off Liberty Garza to the top of the net. As we see Porter here now trying to maintain this lead here, because I said with the great lead, you can't ride on a great lead on a great team like Pace. We've seen it across in my time covering volleyball so far. We've seen a lot of teams who maintain the lead. Porter also one of those great teams I've got to cover. I got to cover them first at the BISD tournament. Did a heck of a job that day. These two teams, well, Brownsville teams always have had a knack for being some of the best volleyball teams in 32-5A, as all four sit here. As on the kill shot, going to be lobbed over now by Garza. Lozano Lamelli. Sean is shooting it now. Here's Martinez, who shoots it back over now. Bettis on the setup here. That one denied there by Martinez. Lozano Lamelli sets up now for Gonzalez. Great dig there. Aviles comes in for Bettis, who sets it up now for Rodriguez. Lozano Lamelli, Garza coming in. Bettis now to set up for Garza right here. And Ebony Garza gets to the cross. 5-point lead once again. Rodriguez exits the game. Along with Aviles, checking back in is going to be Roman and Vallejo. She gets it across, back taction, here we go. Going to be shot over now finally. Great dig there coming around there. We're going to have now Romano shoots it off. That one deflects off Torres. Nothing they can do there. Falls for a point now. 6-point lead. Brianna Vallejo set to serve this one across. Back to action. Here we go. Finds its way across here. Lozano Lamelli on the setup by Gonzalez. Bettis. Shot finally over here now by Gonzalez. That one being kept in play on the turnaround there. Shot back out of bounds. Gonzalez going for a kill shot. That one deflects off Gonzalez for a point. Lead cut down to 5. Pace continuing to turn this one around. We've had a back and forth battle so far here in set number 3. Trying to get that one across. Garza keeps it in play. Lozano Lamelli. Garza with a good dig there. We're going to carry now on Liberty Garza. That cuts the lead down to 4 now. 12-8 your current score and set to 3. Thank you once again for tuning into the ball game. Shout out once again to Michael Betran for tuning into the broadcast. We thank you for tuning in. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here now to Martinez. That one finds its way through. Porter going to call a timeout here now. As this highly maintained lead, Porter came flying out of the gates. But Pace already managing to turn this one around. They cut it down to 3. 12-9 your current score. While both teams talk it over, we're going to take a break. You're watching Tuesday Night Volleyball on Real Sports Live. Porter leads Pace 12-9.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing in...
Welcome back to Real Sports Live here now, coming back from the third set. 12-9 your current score, Porter leading Pace. As Porter already starting to heat things up and try to turn it around. Ashley Gonzalez here now, set to serve across. Back to action, here we go. Out of bounds here as Gonzalez holds off on that one. Lead gets thrown back up to 4, 13-9. Franco checks back in here now. Garza exits the game. Liberty Garza here set to serve across now. She gets it across. We're back underway. Gonzalez there. To Tijerina. Lozano Lamelli shoots it back over. And shot back over. That one deflects off Tijerina and finds its way for a point as Porter Now it makes it a 5-point game. Liberty Garza here set to serve this one across. Back underway, here we go. Great dig there, Basti hitting out. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres. Just out of bounds. (15-9), 6-point lead. Liberty Garza set to serve once again now here. Great crowd on hand from Porter High. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz giving you the visual feed as Torres keeps out in play here off a soft touch. As Franco tried to go up, she's denied by Luz Martinez. As Pace cuts it down to a 5-point lead now. Some check-ins here now, as now we're going to have Davila checks out and Lozano Lamelli checking back in now here. Nevada is also checking back in for Martinez. Back to action, here we go, good dig. Gonna go for the kill shot here now, Roman. Lobbed over by Lozano Lamelli, great dig there now by Vallejo. Lobbed over now by Garza, but winds up in the net. 4-point lead. As Porter continuing here to try to maintain this lead, but Pace on the aggressive offensive attack. Looking to maintain control here. That one shot back over. Winds up in the net here. Miscommunication there resulting in a point. Lead cut down to 3. Lozano Lamelli here set to shoot this one across. Here we go. Lobbed over now by Franco Gonzalez. To Lozano Lamelli now, who sets up for Torres. That was Nevada's on the serve. I do apologize. Was trying to go over the stat line on my schedule. Or stat line on my roster, excuse me. As that one falls for a point here as the lead gets cut down to 2. As Nevada's here continuing the offensive attack on the, as a libero here now for the Lady Vikings. Reminder, Porter comes into this one 5-12 overall, 2-6 in district play. Pace comes to this one 10-7 overall, 8-2 in district play. Back underway, here we go. Good touch over here. That one does find its way for a point. The lead cut down to 1. Back to action, here we go. Lobbed over here now by Torres. Lozano Lamelli now on the setup here once again for Torres. That one touches the top of the net, and it winds up here now as the lead gets extended back up to 2, 16-14. Andrea Perez now set to serve for the Cowgirls here. Gonzalez checks out of the game, checking back in is Monica Gonzalez. Some adjustments there and some check-ins for Porter. Nevada's to Lozano Lamelli on the setup here now. To Andy Lozano Lamelli, that gets to the cross and that cuts the lead back down to 1. Very great matchup we have here in the third set. Porter winning the first one, Pace winning the first one, 25-15, and Pace winning the second one as well, 25-22, and a nail biter. Another nail biter here, soft touch there. Torres here to go for the kill shot. Bettis on the dig. Gonzalez on the setup now, back for Bettis. Lozano Lamelli setting up for Andy. Lozano Lamelli, Vallejo with the dig. Bettis now coming in here for the shoot around by Roman. Gonzalez keeps out in play. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres. Garza with the dig. Bettis here now with the setup to Roman for the kill shot. Finds its way through. 2-point lead now. John Aviles here now comes into the game. She'll get ready to serve for Porters. We're back to action. Here we go. Lozano Lamelli here to shoot that one over. Bettis on the setup here. Finally lobbed over now by Gonzalez. Navarez there to Lozano Lamelli, who sets up now here for Natalisha Torres. That one kept in play. He'll be lobbed over finally now here. Finds his way through. Torres with a dig, but not enough. Point for Porter. 18-15. Back to action, here we go. Torres here. Perez to Gonzalez, who sets up for Franco off the deflection of Torres for the point. 4-point ball game. Avila set the serve once again. Lozano Lamelli on the setup here now for Tijerina Garza. Perez coming in on the setup now to Rodriguez. She's denied there by Andy Lozano Lamelli for the point. And that cuts the lead back down to 3. As now that's going to bring in Feli Figueroa. Gets set to serve once again. Back to action, here we go. Perez on the setup here for Franco. That one just clears the net, and it finds its way through as that one gets a soft touch by Gonzalez, as it just got a piece of Ashley Gonzalez's hand and deflected out of bounds for a point. As that brings in Brianna Franco, continues to serve once again here. Serve across, here we go. Gonzalez to Navarez, who sets back up for Gonzalez, who lobs it back over. Perez here now to Gonzalez on the setup for Andrea Perez. Kept in play there by Lozano Lamelli. Andy Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Gonzalez. That one deflecting off Franco finds its way for a point. Back to a 3-point game we go. What a great matchup here in the third set. Back and forth, both teams refusing to show a sign to quit. As Lozano Lamelli's serve winds its way in the net here. Back to a 4-point lead we go. As that brings in Monica Gonzalez to serve once again here. Serve gets across, Navarez. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Tijerina. That one deflects off. Good dig there by Aviles. Perez on the setup here now for Gonzalez, but winds up in the net. Now we have a 3-point game once again. Serve gets across. Perez on the setup here now. That one was by Rodriguez. Got the kill shot over, but kept in play. Gonzalez with a soft touch over, giving chases Gonzalez there. Rodriguez to shoot that one over. That one deflects off Figueroa. Finds its way for a point. Check-ins coming in here now. Vallejo and Roman check in here for Aviles and Rodriguez. As Brianna Vallejo set the serve across. Great serve, gets across, but finds its way just out of bounds. And once again, back to a 3-point game. Torres here now checks in for Figueroa on the pace side of town. Serve is going to get across here. That one finds its way through, back to action. Perez here now sets up for Garza. That one deflects off Torres. 4-point game again. You feel the energy picking up in here. Both fan bases making noise. Both teams giving it their all on the court. Back to action. Here we go. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres as he gets it. And here we go. Back to a 3-point game. 3-point game, 4-point game. 3-point game, 4-point game is what we've been seeing so far in this matchup. A very great matchup by either side in this one. We thank you once again for tuning in. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz giving you the visual feed. Third set. Pace won the first one 25-15 and the second one 25-22. Porter here looking to capture set number 3. That one deflects off Vallejo. Finds its way for a point, and now a 2-point game. And Porter's going to call a timeout. 23-21 here in the third set. Hayes trying to put this one away. Porter trying to force a fourth set. What's going to happen? Only one way to find out here. We have two great match teams fighting back and forth in this matchup here. Getting it done for Pace, we've seen the Lozano Lamelli sisters, Andy and Dylan. Brianna Nevares, Natalisha Torres, and Luz Martinez and Ashley Gonzalez have led the way here. Leading the way for Porter, we've seen Brianna Rodriguez, Ebony Garza, Andrea Perez, Brianna Franco, and Gianna Aviles here. And Ashanti Roman also getting some key plays here. It's a great game so far here on Real Sports Live. If you're an MLB fan here, the Dodgers beat the Braves in the third game of the NLCS here. Now that one going 2-1. That's a sight for sore eyes, especially for Dodger fans like myself. I'm glad they won that one, but enough about the Dodgers. Just a little stat here for you baseball fans tuned in. As Navades here gets set to serve across. 2-point game, 23-21. Porter leads pace. Navades gets served, and we're back underway. Vallejo to Bettis. Sets up for Franco for the kill shot. Finds its way through. Game point now here. Andrea Perez to deliver the potential game-winning kill shot. Gets across. Here we go. Navades. Lozano Lamelli. Tandy Lozano Lamelli. That one deflects out. Garza giving chase and gets it. Perez lobs it back over. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Andy. Lozano Lamelli. Soft touch. Finds its way through. Oh, mercy. Lozano Lamelli here gets the point across now. Dylan Lozano Lamelli get the serve across. Garza to Perez. Lobbed over here by Torres. Deflected out here. Kept in play by Vallejo. Gonzalez. Lozano Lamelli to Dylan Lozano Lamelli. That one deflects outwards. Point for Porter. Pace, excuse me. Got so excited there I mixed up the teams. I do apologize for that. But what a matchup here. Lead cut down to 1. Back to action, here we go. Bettis on the setup for Garza. Great dig there. Lozano Lamelli on the setup. That one deflected up here and kept in play by Rodriguez. Roman to shoot it back over. Torres. Lozano Lamelli. Randy Lozano Lamelli. That one deflects out here. Bettis coming out here for Roman. Navades giving chase here. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Torres. That one kept in play. Here we go. Perez to shoot that one over. That one deflects up and kept in play. Ball game. Porter survives pace. My oh my, what a matchup. I'm at a loss for words right now. What a great matchup here so far. Brownsville Porter survives a very aggressive pace team, and we're going to a fourth set. We saw the tempo set up early here from the beginning here. Back and forth they were going, and it continued the same way, but then Porter took control and regained the lead. But then Pace started to cut things over, and then once we hit the 20-point mark, back and forth we go, and that took us to the end of the third set, where Porter wins it 25-23. Set number 4 on the way. You're watching Tuesday Night Volleyball on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
The opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos, crecemos juntos, triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Here's set number 4. Pace winning the first two, 25-15, 25-22. And now Porter turned it around and win it here, 25-23. I'd like to welcome you back here now. Set Andrea Perez here, a great matchup. In set number 3 here is now Porter here looking to make it 2-2 now. Match point now at 2-2. At 2-1, excuse me. As we're back to action, here we go. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Annie Lozano Lamelli. She's denied by Franco. Was ready to celebrate, but that one kept in play. Franco to get that one across. Good dig to the flex side of bounce. Tijerina on the chase. Shot over finally now here by Lozano Lamelli. Garza. Soft touch here. Finds his way through as Andy Lozano Lamelli gets it started off for Pace. Back to action, here we go. Perez sets up here for Franco. Lozano Lamelli now setting up here for Torres. Roman to Perez, who sets back up for Roman. She's denied there by Lozano Lamelli. And it finds its way now. 2-0 lead here for Pace. Back to action, here we go. That one winds up out of bounds here. That gets Porter their first points of set number 4. Aviles checks in for Roman. As Gianna Aviles here will now serve for the Porter Cowgirls. We thank you once again for tuning into the matchup here on Real Sports Live. Aviles is serve, gets across. Navades on the setup here. That one kept in play. Be lobbed over here now, trying to get that one across is Gonzalez. It did fall for a point. Tied ball game. I have a great matchup for you so far once again on Real Sports Live. Here we go, back to action. Gonzalez to Lozano Lamelli, who sets up here for Torres. That one kept in play. Franco on the setup for Perez. Navades there with the dig. Lozano Lamelli now setting up for Torres. That one did touch court there before Aviles got the dig. Pace takes the lead. Back to action, here we go. Franco keeps that one in play, lobbed over finally here. She tries to move back to the court. Lozano may try to get one across. That one deflected out of bounds. Garza keeping it in play. Perez shoots it back over. Here we go now. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Andy Lozano Lamelli off a soft touch, kept in play. And that one off a soft touch by Gonzalez. Pace makes it a 2-point lead once again. Last time we had a 2-point lead in this set, Porter tied it up. So who knows how long this lead can be contested for. Back to action, here we go. That one deflects off Navades here. Great dig, but miscommunication. Porter here cuts it down to a 1-point game. Garza checks in here. Ebony Garza checking in for Liberty Garza now here as Franco gets set to serve across here now. Here we go. That one winds up in the net. Andy Lozano Lomeli here now set to shoot this one across. Here we go. Back to action. On the setup here. Trying to shoot that one over now is Garza. It got across. 1 point game. Navares here checks in for Andy Lozano Lomeli. I was trying to move this one across. Here we go, back to action. That one gets a good dig there. Lozano Lomeli shoots it back over to Pettis. Garza here now. On the setup back for Pettis, but winds up blowing of the net. Pace extends her lead. Back up to 2 here now. 6-4 in set number 3. Back to action, here we go. Shot over here now by Aviles. Gonzalez to get that one across here. Shot back over, she's denied by Gonzalez, kept in play. Aviles just shoots it back across here to avoid the 3 touches. Gonzalez for the kill shot, that one deflects off by Garza. Into the stands for a 3-point lead for Pace. Back to action, here we go. That one winds up across here. Great dig there. Gonna set itself in play for Pettis, who shoots it over here now. Gonna be kept over in play. And Martinez gets it across here now. 4-point lead, the largest lead we've seen maintained so far in set number 4. Fitting how in the 4th set, the largest lead is the 4 points. Is now we're going to have Marisa Tijerina get set to serve across. Back underway, here we go. On the setup here, trying to get this one across. Going to find its way through. Deflects out of bounds here for a point for the Cowgirls. As they turn it around, they cut the lead back down to 3. Check-ins coming in here now. Aviles checks out. Roman checks back into the game. Back to action, here we go. Coming back there now, Roman. Garza comes in, some miscommunication, but they get it across. Lozano Lomeli now here sets up for Gonzalez. Garza's dig winds up out of bounds into the bleachers. 5-9. Figueroa checks out, checking back in is Natalisha Torres. Sir gets across, back to action. Shot over here and now by Roman, winds up out of bounds. Now it's 10-5. Porter's gonna call a timeout here, looking to talk things over. We're started off in a back and forth matchup, but quickly Pace turns it around here and now holds on to a 10-5 lead. Be back after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville. Somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos. Triunfamos juntos. Nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world.
Back to action, here we go. Here as Pace leads Porter 10-5. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz giving me the visual feed. Always fun to work with him. Got to work with his son Jammer too. So if Jammer's son, you find out if you find your way to this broadcast, welcome here. Always fun to work with you. Hopefully we can work again. Did a heck of a job when I covered MMA versus Fremont. Back to action, here we go. as that one finds its way for a point. On the setup here. Nevada gets ready to set across here. Gonzalez checks out of the game. Have some check-ins here as Franco checks back into the ball game. Back underway. Here we go. Garza. Perez on the setup for Franco. Gets the kill shot. Lead cut down to 3. Bert Ruiz, a longtime cameraman here at Real Sports Live. Jammer, also a cameraman. Both of them had to do a heck of a job for RSL. Kind of like father, like son in a sense. But back to action. Here we go, folks. As Bettis gets to the cross, Novatus with the dig. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Andy Lozano Lamelli for a kill shot. Winds up out of bounds. The lead cut down to 2. Heck of a ball game so far. Bettis here set to serve this one across. And it's going to find its way, and we're underway. Lozano Lamelli on the setup for Andy Lozano Lamelli. Bettis keeps it in play. Gonzalez tracks it down. Bettis to shoot it back over, but it winds up in the net. Pace extends their lead back to 3. Hey, Liberiones, thank you for tuning in back into the broadcast. Another shout out once again here to Brianna Lozano, who's tuned in here from Mennyberry, cheering on the Pace Vikings. Like to welcome you back to the broadcast. Nevades to Lozano Lamelli. Shot across. Touched over here now. That one winds up out of bounds as Gonzalez tried to get the kill shot. Lead now extended back up to 4 for Pace. It's going to wind up back across. Here we go. On the setup here. Shot back over. Franco gets the kill shot. Lead cut down to 3. Aviles checks in for Roman. Back to action, here we go. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Andy. Lozano Lamelli gets the kill shot. That one landing in no man's land in the back right corner here in the Porter side. That's Pace trying to turn this thing around. To shoot that one back over. Trying to get that one in play is Narvaez. And there, miscommunication that cuts the lead back down to 3 here. Garza checks in here now for Garza. That's Ebony Garza who comes in for Liberty Garza. That one gets across here. We're back to action. Gonna shoot that one back over is Andy Lozano Lamelli. The lead gets back, sent back to 4. Gonna be shot back over here on the dig, trying to get that one across. Winds up low off a miscommunication there by Porter. Back to action there. Good dig there. Gonzalez to shoot it back over. Lozano gets the great dig in the backcourt there. Lobbed over now by Martinez. Garza sets up for Bettis, who's going to go off the soft touch here. She's denied by Gonzalez. They're going to give her the point. 6-point lead. Harlingen wins it 3-1 over Los Fresnos in the Battle of the Blockbusters. Gets that one across. Deflects out of bounds here. 7-point game now. Here we go. Another timeout called here by Porter, where what started off as a back-and-forth matchup and continued here now towards the middle stages here of set number 4. Pace has turned it back around here and now hold on to a 7-point lead, 17-10. Be back after this. You're watching Tuesday Night Volleyball on Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
Welcome back to Real Sports Live here. Getting a shout out now to Evelyn Yanez, cheering all the way from H-Town here, cheering on Andy and Dylan Lozano Lamelli. We thank you for tuning in from the broadcast all the way up in Houston, H-Town. I love to go there to watch the Astros every now and then. Even though I'm a Rangers fan, it's always fun to support the Astros. No more baseball news. Astros in the ALCS here. They're playing Boston tonight. Hopefully they can pull out and try to tie the series up. Back to action, here we go. As we're gonna have now, Andy Lozano Lamelli gets to serve across. Andy and Dylan Lozano Lamelli, key players on this Pace Vikings squad. That one gets across here, winds up for a point as it gets in the net. 6-point game here now. Lozano Lamelli exits, Narvaez comes in. Winds up here for a point. Back to a 7-point game we go here, 11-18 now. Marisa Tijerina now set the serve across. It's gonna get across, here we go. Vaz here on to set up to shoot that one back over. Going for the kill shot here now is Gonzalez, kept in play. Bettis keeps it in play. Soft touch over here. Winds up in the net as that one hits the top of the net. Bounces on the Porter side. Vallejo trying to go for a kill shot. Winds up here as she tries to go for the dig. That's going to be an ace for Tijerina. We get set for the serve across. Here we go, back to action. That one deflecting outwards here. And that falls for a point as that one just finds its way out of bounds. 20-12 here now, back to an 8-point game. Diana Rodriguez here now set the serve across. Back to action. On the setup here from the kill shot from Martinez. Gets it through. Going trying to get that one across here. She's denied. Lozano Lamelli sets up for Torres. Garza with the dig. Finds its way out of bounds. 10-point game now as the lead hits double digits for the first time in set number 4. As Pace now just 3 away from capturing the win. In a hard-fought matchup by both teams. Great dig there by Garza. Bettis gives chase here. Ebony Garza shoot that one back over. Hits a support beam on the roof. Lead gets cut down to 3. Serve is going to get across. Here we go. Garza to shoot that one across. Gonzalez. Martinez. Lozano Lamelli shoots it back over. Garza to Bettis. Sets up here now for Ebony Garza. Shot just too much power on that one. Winds up out of bounds. 12-point lead now. Game point for Pace. Sanchez here now will check in for Ashley Gonzalez here. What a heck of a day Ashley Gonzalez has had. Multiple kills here to help propel Pace to 2 victories in the first 2 sets. As Sanchez gets it across. Bettis here sets up. Narvaez here to Lozano Lamelli to set up for Torres for a potential kill shot. Deflects out here, trying to shoot that one back over is Roman. Tijerina, Lozano Lamelli sets up for Torres. Deflects off here, Garza keeps it in play, winds up in the net, finds his way through, ball game. Pace wins it tonight, 3-1. What a heck of a matchup here in this ball game here as Brownsville Pace survives. We thank y'all once again for tuning in here to the broadcast. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Bert Ruiz, give me the visual feed. What a matchup here. Pace wins it 25-12 in set number 4. Recap here what we've seen in set 1. Pace took control 25-15. In set number 2, Pace took control 25-22 after a very back and forth matchup. And in set number 3, Porter turned it around in a great matchup here, 25-23. And set 4 finds its way as Pace goes back on a dominating offensive ball game and wins it 25-12. We're going to give player of the game here, a Real Sports Live player of the game. We're going to give it to Andy Lozano Lamelli. Had a heck of a game for her. Key players here for the Pace Vikings: Brianna Narvaez, Natalisha Torres, Andy Lozano Lamelli, who's our RSL player of the game. Dylan Lozano Lamelli got also key player. Ashley Gonzalez and Luz Martinez. With this win here, the Vikings will improve to 11-7 overall, 9-2 in district play. Porter will fall to 5-13 overall, 2-7 district play. Once again, Pace wins it in 4 sets. Signing out for now here for Kevin Naro, Joe Bowling, everyone at Real Sports Live. For my cameraman, Bert Ruiz, I'm Ruben Rodriguez saying so long and good night from Gladys Porter High School. We'll see you next time.